Hi, Amna. Yes, good morning. It's still morning out here. I am at a Hilton Garden Inn in Spokane, Washington, with members of the press, the Secret Service, the campaign. All stayed here last night. We're getting ready, packed up. Here, I'm actually going to take a moment. I'm going to flip the camera. And it's just a lovely view. You can see we just finished security sweeps. Here are all of our luggage. The canine dogs came and checked it all. Some Secret Service agents. I'm gonna flip the camera back. And everyone's getting ready to load buses. We're going to load a motorcade and we're off to the next state. We're going to about an hour flight to Boise, Idaho, where it's a full day of campaigning again. The senator has events in Idaho, Utah, and Arizona today.
Mary Alice, how have the crowds been for Bernie Sanders?
You know, yesterday he had a pretty impressive day in Washington State. That's obviously ground that is just right for Bernie Sanders. He has a huge following and support there, very diehard progressives in Washington. He did 3 big events in the southern part of the state, in Vancouver, in Seattle, and then out here in Spokane. Large crowds in each one. Over 17,000 people in downtown Seattle. It was very scenic with the Space Needle behind. You know, these are the progressives that are keeping Sanders in the race. You know, they are excited for him. They often feel like during primary races their voice isn't heard because they're all the way out west. Obviously, things are often wrapped up by then, so they were very excited to have him. They've been some of his biggest champions all along. So it was a very sort of energizing day for the senator yesterday, I think, with some of his real true fans out west.
Mary Alice, as the race for the delegates ramps up and Hillary Clinton appears to sort of be pulling away a little bit, we know Senator Sanders has been asked a lot more if he plans on dropping out early, and he responded to that this weekend. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his answer unequivocally from the beginning has been no, that he is staying in through the convention. This weekend he told me and a group of reporters that it would be extraordinarily undemocratic, in his opinion, if he got out early. In his opinion, it is important to stay in, to let all 50 states vote, and also to continue what he's been talking about since the beginning, which is building what he calls a political revolution, right? Galvanizing voters, energizing voters, getting young people and people that don't often vote back engaged in the political process. He feels like that process has been going well, that the movement has been gaining strength, and that he wants to carry it through to the end. So I don't think that we're going to see him going anywhere anytime soon.
Mary Alice, the bulk of the supporters that you see on the road, are they mostly young people? What would you say like the age demographic would be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, overwhelmingly young people. That's what we've seen since the beginning. A lot of college-age students. But I'll remind you actually that the definition of the young is sort of interesting, right? In the polls, it seems to be right around like a 40, 45-year-old mark. Under 40, 45, he does extremely well, and Clinton struggles, whereas over 40, 45, it's just totally reversed. So young is, you know, sort of a relative term. But yes, very young crowds, college student, young working people, people with a lot of student debt, people that are still trying to figure out employer health care or their own health care, you know, people that really believe in these issues that have taken on real national importance, but that often disproportionately impact younger people.
Mary Alice, you have done such an incredible
you can see all
job
the reporters behind me getting
following
ready.
This campaign. I noticed some of those reporters. I wonder, this is maybe a little strange, but you travel everywhere with the Sanders campaign, and you're sort of a one-woman show. Can you give us a sense of, like, is your luggage right there? Can you show us what you travel with as a single reporter out there?
Oh, yes. This is very exciting. So here, I'm going to flip the camera. So these are my carry-ons. This is really thrilling stuff. So in this bag right here, you have my transmission unit, which lets me take live video of all of his events and send them back to DC Live and New York Live so that we can put them live on ABC News so people back at home can watch it live. This has my makeup bag and toiletries and all kinds of important things. And this has everything else here. I'm going to open this because this is literally my lifeblood. It has my camera, my computer, my makeup, and then all the other embarrassing things you need. Hairspray, and Tylenol, and a hard drive, and sunglasses. So, you know, this is, we like to basically all been camping for about 8 months. So it is everything you could possibly need on the road, any given day. It's a lot to carry. Hold on one second, you guys. I dropped my headphones. And then I obviously have a big rolling, like, checked bag that has a lot of clothes and shoes. But that's already well on its way to Bernie's charter plane for this morning.
Mary Alice, since you are, in light of the circumstances you were living under, I hope you did take advantage of the free continental breakfast that we're pretty sure we're seeing behind you.
Yes, I haven't yet because they feed us very well on the plane. We have like often 3 or 4 flights a day, and they give us a meal on each flight, so it's actually often more an abundance of food than not. So I actually haven't had any breakfast, but I'm sure there's going to be breakfast on the plane. It's just a matter. Oh, and
him? That's him. There he is. Go get him.
Can we say hi?
Mary Alice, go get him.
we're live on ABC News Digital. You're going to hate me. Can you just say hi and good morning?
Morning.
So we're getting ready to go to
Senator.
Boise. How are you feeling about Idaho?
We're feeling good. We had a great day yesterday here in Washington. We spoke to over 30,000 people. Boise is a relatively small city, but we think we're going to have a good turnout there.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feeling the burn.
All in a day's work, guys.
You never know who you're going to run into in the hotel lobby, Mary Alice. That's why it's a good idea.
Hold on, is that David Hasselhoff behind you? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. just an array of people behind you.
So, Mary Alice, give us the lay of
I
the
know.
land.
Well,
You said
his entourage came downstairs.
Boise is next, right? So what's the game plan in the next 24 hours? Where will we see you next?
Yeah, so really he's just been making sort of this corridor, this sort of mountain western corridor, Idaho, Utah, and Arizona vote next week. And so we've been bouncing back and forth along those states. But, obviously we're really close to California, a huge state for him, and Washington State, which votes next week. So we've been sort of hitting those 3 states with little stops along the way. So I think we'll be in California too, and then back to Washington at some point since they vote Easter weekend, Saturday before Easter. But right now, a lot of back and forth. Idaho, I'm just going to sort of see it. You can see him over my shoulder. This is something he does a lot after he comes to a state and a new hotel, right? Hotel management, local law enforcement, people always want to take pictures, so that guy works at the hotel. They always make sure they get photos with the senator. It's adorable. Anyway, so we're going to do a lot of Idaho, Utah, Arizona in the next few days.
Awesome. And we're going to be checking in with you every chance we get along the way. That's ABC's Mary Alice Parks, live with us from Spokane, Washington, along with the Senator Sanders presidential campaign. Thanks, Mary.